Hey guys, it's Marijka, Milton Public Library, back with you today, and I'm bringing books. This week we are on week 2 of historical fiction, so here we go. The first book that I have for you this week is called Looking for Me in This Great Big Family, and this book is by Betsy Rosenthal. So, Edith is one of 12 children. And this book takes place during the Great Depression, so that adds even some more stress because being one of 12 kids is not always fun. Edith feels lost in between her siblings and really is just trying to come up with any way to get alone time with her parents. This story is told in verse, which brings a nice element to it, and it happens to be based off of the author's mother's real life growing up. So it's a wonderful telling of an immigrant family and their lives during the Great Depression. So that book is Looking for Me in This Great Big Family, and that is by Betsy Rosenthal. The second book that I'm bringing you today is called The Magic in Changing Your Stars, and this book is by Leah Henderson. So this story features all of the great things. A school musical called The Wiz, which is a musical based off of The Wizard of Oz, magic shoes, and going back into time. So it's like mashing up The Wizard of Oz and Back to the Future, but then adding an element of the Black American story to it. So it's just amazing. Ali wants to play the Scarecrow, which is the best part. For the school play called The Wiz. During the tryouts, he completely freezes and forgets all of his lines and runs away humiliated. So he goes home and he is talking to his grandpa about it, and his grandpa tells him a sort of similar story and how he was given these magic tap shoes. So when Ali finds the shoes and puts them on, he's then transported into the 1930s Harlem. So this book brings also so many real life characters from that time period, and it's just amazing. So it's a juxtaposition of that time period and now, and it's just a wonderful telling. So The Magic in Changing Your Stars by Leah Henderson. The next book that I'm bringing you today is called It All Comes Down to This, and this is by Karen English. This book is one of those books that sort of toes the line between being like a middle grade and a young adult book. So there's certain parts of it that are younger, and then there's certain parts of it that could also be deemed as just a little bit older. So depending on where you are personally or what you feel comfortable with reading, I just wanted to get that out there. So this book takes place in Los Angeles in 1965, and it's the summer before Sophie's 9th grade year. And she's at a new school, and it's also the summer before her older sister is going off to college. So Sophie is off having all of these adventures with her friend Jennifer, and then her sister Lily starts to fall in love with their housekeeper's son. So this story is really a celebration of summertime, and then it delves into some deeper content, like when Sophie is excluded because she is Black, and then it delves into some of the political content that was going on at that time in 1965 and the differences in families, like in what they believe and how people influence you. So that book is It All Comes Down to This by Karen English. The last book that I'm bringing you today is another summer themed book because I guess I am absolutely tired of winter and I'm ready for summer, and that seems to be all that I am drawn to right now. So this book is called The Summer We Found the Baby, and it is by Amy Hest. So the morning of the dedication of the new children's library in Bella Beach, Long Island, 11-year-old Julie Sweet and her 6-year-old sister Martha find a baby on the steps. And the baby's in a basket and they're not quite sure what to do. But at the exact same time that they're taking the baby and they're going away with it, Bruno, Ben Eli, is on his way to the train station to catch the train to New York City because he has to do something for his brother who is away in the service. So he is surprised because he sees Julie going away with this baby, and instantly he thinks, oh my goodness, she is a kidnapper, she's kidnapping this baby, and he has to do something about it. So, of course, the truth is much more complicated than the children know, and this book is really heartwarming and beautifully textured with this family story. And it's told in 3 different voices. So you have Julie, Martha, and Bruno. Obviously, Martha's story is a little bit different because she's only 6, so the way that she sees things is going to be completely different than the other 2. So yeah, it's just an amazing story, and it's about summer, which I really need right now. So that's The Summer We Found the Baby, and it is by Amy Hest. All right, so those are my choices for week 2 of historical fiction. I hope that you find them to sound interesting, and I will be back next week for week 3. So we'll see you then. Bye.